All right, so this is the first thing. This is the. All right, guys. We can't have too many people giving him feedback, so just let me and him work together for the next couple minutes here. You should. So open up the script. Yeah. And the first thing I would say to you in this, if you were one of my sales reps, is I would say stop smiling and get into the persona. And this is as real, if not more real, than a regular sales meeting.
On the phone.
Yeah, right now, this moment. Yeah, set the agendas next.
Gotcha. Okay, well, how this call will go is I'm going to start off by asking you some questions about your business and the survey, if you did one, which I have here. Then if it sounds like I can help you and if it sounds like we're a good fit, I'll explain what I have to offer, how that works and everything. And then at the end you can make a decision whether you want to be a part of it or not.
Okay, so my feedback immediately is way too rushed, way too fast. Okay. And you're not looking at this as if it were a real sales meeting. So I would stop my sales rep right there and say, you're reading, you're not being. Okay? There's a difference between reading and being the person who you need to be. And this only comes from role playing and feedback, just like this is how I do it in my training with my people. Okay? So I would say, all right, here's what we want to do. Say it again, and whenever you think about tonality, I always love this one, but there's a barometer here on how you're speaking when you're talking to someone. And this, let's just say, is fast, and this would be slow, and this is like your normal way of talking. So everyone talks at a certain pace. Some people talk faster, some people talk slower. Hello, how are you? You know, you've seen those people.
We're not all Lucinda.
Huh? We're not all Lucinda, yeah. But that's the idea, is there's a barometer here for all of us, and it's natural, but that natural state sometimes isn't the best for sales meetings. On a sales meeting, I talk slower because I want to make sure I'm being heard. Does that make sense? Because when you talk slower, people hear you. People pay attention. And also, when you pause and then you talk slow, people wait for what you're going to say. Does that make sense? So, when you're thinking about how you're talking tonality-wise in a sales meeting, I always get my sales reps. So now I want you to read that as fast as you physically possibly can. Read it as fast as you can, right now.
Okay, well, how this call goes, I'm going to start asking you questions about your business and survey, which I have here. Then if it sounds like I can help you and it sounds good to fit, I'll explain to you what I have to offer and how that works, everything. And then at the end, they give me a decision whether you want to be a part of it or not.
Boom! Loved it.
It's like a radio.
Wasn't that good? That's pretty quick. I could probably do it a little bit quicker, but that was good. Now, the next thing is slow. Next, I want you to read it as slow as you possibly can.
How much time do we have?
Yeah, I mean, I'll cut you off if it's that slow.
Okay, well, how this call will go is I'm going to start off by asking you some questions about your business and your survey, which I have here. Then, it sounds like I can help, and if it sounds like we're a good fit, I'll explain what I have to offer, how that works, everything. And then, at the end, you can make a decision whether you want to be a part of it or not.
All right, so that was slow for you. The funny thing is most people, when they speak fast, their fast is way, like on a barometer scale. Like if you looked at it, I heard every word he said, but it was way, way over here, like super fast. His normal to his slow is a lot less. There's a lot less room in the barometer. Did everybody see that? You get what I mean? Where you need to be, because you have a good slow voice. You have a deep voice. You have a clear voice. It's good to hear, which is good. Your normal voice right here, you want to, like your sweet spot is probably just right in the middle, right about there. That's where you would be the clearest, the easiest to hear, the best tonality. And that's what I would encourage you to do. So now try to read it slower than your normal. Not to the point where the person is just, but like right in the middle of that is going to be your best tonality.
Okay.
So try that real quick.
Okay. Okay, well, how this call will go is I'm going to start off by asking you some
That's
questions. Too fast?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, how this call will go is I'm going to start off by asking you some questions about your business and about the survey, which I have here. Then, if it sounds like I can help and if it sounds like we're a good fit, I'll explain what I have to offer, how that works, and everything. And then, at the end, you can make a decision whether you want to be a part of it or not.
Yeah. So you could go a little tiny bit faster than that.
Okay.
Plus you're reading it, so it's a little bit more difficult. But once you get comfortable with it, like you'll just go through it. You'll have it. And that tonality is definitely better than your normal tonality, especially once you get the idea of where the pauses are and have Carmen sit there and be like, this sounds good, this sounds fake, this sounds weird. You want to first get into the mindset and then start going through it.
Totally.
Right? But that was a good practice and a good understanding here for, does everybody see the value in kind of what I'm doing here and why we do this in our sales meetings? Is because a confused client doesn't buy. And if we make them understand, the only way to do that in a sales meeting is to speak to them. We have to talk to them. So we have to make sure we're very clear. Like people who've got like the perfect natural voice are Bob. Bob, your voice is golden. I mean, you're slow, you're articulate, you have a great tonality to it. You're just a natural salesman.
He's got a radio voice.
Yeah, you do. It's great. And that has certainly helped you over the years, whether you've recognized it or not. But that's something that, but once you see this, what is this?
By the way, Paul, my Cajun accent didn't work at all.
Once you see this, though, you're going to recognize that this is nothing more than a skill.
You should see his Italian.
Yeah. So,
Impression.
but like anything in life, a skill can be developed. It can be built. And all you have to do is practice. And role-playing, like we just were right there, is practice. The next thing after role-playing is understanding. So once you get tonality down, then it just goes back to understanding what you're doing. And that's the earn the deal sales model.